All right, you guys, welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Online Prosperity Show. And you already know this. This is the number one place where you come to discover how real people are turning problems into powerful solutions that actually change lives. I'm your host, Prosper Taruvinga. And if you've ever struggled to find something that truly fits you, and I'm not just talking physically, but emotionally, then today is that episode you're going to find a comfort in. And because today we're going to be talking about how technology, creativity, and pure persistence can actually come together so we can solve a problem that a lot of people would have just accepted as a normal. And trust me, after this episode, you won't want to look at your glasses the same way again. So make sure you are subscribed on whatever platform that you're watching or listening to this on, because we are obviously going to be bringing you exclusive insights from people who are not just thinking differently, but are also building differently. Now, today I am really excited because I've got the absolute pleasure of welcoming Josephine Roufaie. Now, Josephine, welcome to the show.
Prosper, yeah, thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. For those that are wondering, obviously, Josephine started as an architectural engineer, moved into multimedia and then construction, and somehow ended up printing 3D glasses or 3D printing of spectacles. And obviously, we're going to go through that journey and discover what it is, that was the inspiration and the draw to all of this. But behind that journey is a woman who saw a problem that most people actually ignored and decided not just to fix it for herself, but to actually reinvent an entire experience around it. So today we're going to be talking about somebody who built something that didn't exist in Australia, taught herself an entirely new technology, and worked not one, not two, but 12 to 15-hour days while raising not one, not two, but three kids. And that's a lot to put in one sentence right there. So all just to help people feel seen, comfortable, and confident. And here's something for you that is watching right now. Have you ever maybe bought something that you use every single day but secretly hate wearing it because you were not given an option to either customize it or to make it your own? I want you to drop a yes in the comments there if that's you, because this episode might actually just change that for you. Now, Josephine, I could go on and talk about things that I'm not qualified to even start talking about. Us. Take us back. You started in very different industries. What was life like for you?
Yeah, that's correct, Prosper. So, yes, I was originally architect engineering, and that's where the passion of the 3D printing and latest technology and how to use or take the benefit of the latest technology to improve people's life. Because this is how it should be. You know, we are improving and updating technology to make use of it to get our life better. But then when I started, it's lots of challenges came here. As you mentioned, there was no guide or the technology wasn't there. It was overseas in some of the countries. That's where I started research and development all over the countries, you know, in Europe, Denmark, America, Japan, to see how they do it or how they took benefit from it. And then the search started with finding those kind of machine, they are medical grade 3D printing, not just a desktop. No, it's huge industrial ones. You have to try it as well. And there was back then only one in Australia, in UTS, where the machine provider, we print some samples for that. But again, printing with 3D printing only, you need like post-processing to make it smoothing and UV. There was nothing in Australia having this kind of the treatment, and we have to send it overseas to see how it's gonna work and print the sample and test it. Is that something good, something durable? Again, when we finished those samples, and then we invested a lot to get those whole production line with those kinds of machines, and then those machines, you have to learn how to operate them from, and different of challenges that you have to learn it for it. And then the 3D printing, the 3D program as well. So you have to learn new programs in order to prepare the file to send it to the 3D printing. So it's a lot of new things. You have to learn it step by step, even though, just to tell you the 3D printing, this industrial one, you have to make sure the temperature, humidity are correct, because any change of this will affect the printing. So you have to be precise in every level of learning to operate something like this well. But that worth it, because, learning those technology and then, the production of those as a 3D printed glasses is very, very valuable, because it's very, very light. So people, when they wear it, they find big difference because it's very comfortable for them. So that's how the technology can improve people's life. It's very, very light. And lots of comment that they cannot know that they are wearing it. They forgot they're wearing it. I have one comment, she says to me, look, I have one problem. If I use yours, I cannot use anything else, because this is very light. This is what I'm looking for. It can improve people's life for being comfortably wearing this. So we're not only this is at the kind of the technology and the material used for this, but we offer as a service customization service, which is a unique design for personal taste. So everyone is unique, everyone. So the mass production, of one style or one size doesn't fit all. So getting lots of varieties, of sizes, colors, print, and then people can try which one or mix and match. So they find something comfortably, and then they find their personal style. That's a huge thing for people to try something in one pair, something comfortable, something their style, something feels them confident. And having said that, the glasses is the first thing people see it in you. So it's your identity. And sometimes it talks before you talk. What's your message? What's your personality look like? So when you wear something, it's you, personal you, you find it very easier, to connect and interact with people, and the message went right. Yeah, so it's a big journey, but it's worth it. And I can find, people love the idea and love the product and find it very valuable, which something I feel very happy and very proud of, creating something new to help people's life.
Absolutely. So you should be proud, because you're literally giving people back to themselves if they can identify and actually customize these glasses. But I want to take us back a little bit, because you did mention, obviously, you started in the architectural sort of design space and things of that nature. I've got kids, Josephine, and you've got kids yourself. And my little girl last Halloween, she was adamant she wanted to be a witch when she grows up. So I can only imagine, what it will be like in your household. Was architecture always a childhood dream, or did you come across it based on experiences in life?
I love architecture as a 3D design. So, and architecture is open to different fields, it make it easier for me as well, with the 3D design of the glasses, because if I didn't have this background, I wouldn't be able to open this file or, apply the colors, because you're opening 3D programs, which you should have this background, that can continue doing something like this, 3D printing. Yeah, but it's more about as well how you want it to look beautifully. So even when you design, designing homes at the very beginning and styles, how the things you wanted to look very beautiful, luxury, and aesthetics. So maybe this as well helps me, when I design the 3D glasses, how the color will matches together, how the design will look good, which obviously helped me a lot, in the phase of the 3D designing glasses. Yes.
But as a kid, did you always want to be an architect, or what did you want to be when you were growing up?
As a kid, many things. Yeah. Maybe I wanted to be interior designer, which I studied as well later on, like a small course for interior designer, and that helps me personally. And sometime like a pharmacist, I'm not sure why, but yeah. But I like the architect engineering. Yeah, I work as architect, and my husband actually is civil engineering, so I think we complete each other in that field. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, this always, is fantastic to just know the thought process of how people end up in the roles that they're in. And from what you're saying, there's been a lot of learning, new softwares, new technologies, and just a new way of doing things that, wasn't in the marketplace. So there's not a precedent. But there's also one learning that you had to do, which is obviously coming from, your country of birth to Australia. What was the first thing that that was somewhat of a culture shock when you arrived here?
Yeah, obviously, lots of challenges again, when we come. So we came from 21 years old. So originally from Egypt, and I was working in a very good position as well in Egypt. But coming to a new country, it's a culture shock with everything. I have like my cousin, which she helped me a lot at the very beginning, but of course everyone is busy, and I don't have, the family that they can help step by step. We have to learn lots of things by ourselves and, push up forward and go ahead and trust ourselves, trust God and keep going. I came as well from I can do attitude. Whenever there's a challenge, sometimes it pushed me more to know why I have to do this and keep searching. Is that can be better. And I love learning, and I listen to many people's, feedbacks. It can be like that or that. Of course, the first 2 years was very, very hard until you understand the people, the culture, and we're still learning. Yeah, but at the end, when you did something, you feel proud, you feel how the journey went through and the learning phase and how God was, guiding you step by step. And the community here is so good as well. Just learning how to connect with them and kept some courage for you to go ahead and meet some people, and the network and connection that's very good for you at some of the immigrants when they come. So the community played a very good role to continue understanding and getting along them. Yeah.
And speaking of connecting with the community, you obviously didn't start with eyewear. You've done a 3D project that you created for the deaf community earlier on. Now, maybe walk us through that project that you did. And do you think that was the first time that you noticed that you were meant to actually start solving real human problems using technology?
That's very old project. That's since I was in Egypt. Yeah. So when I finished architecture engineering, I started like a program with 9 programs, multimedia and graphic designer. And in this one, I did a very good project for the deaf kids, where I teach them the sign language and teach them some behavior. So we have to use again a 3D character that to teach them the sign language and whatever to do with the sign language. And that actually was something awarded from President's wife and the Prime Minister. Yeah, yeah, I got lots of news about this program where I did it because it's something very useful. And they took it afterwards and developed it to something bigger. But I always find, use the technology to improve people's life. So if we learn something like 3D programming or 3D characters, I use Maya and a very highly programs, we can use this one for people, make it easier. The kids learn it in something interactive way, so that will be easier for them to learn it. So yeah, that's how I think we make every use of what we learn to teach people or make the people lives easier here.
Absolutely, and usually the eyes and the ears are really close together, and from there you started really focusing on eyewear. And at what moment did you then notice that eyewear was broken and no one was fixing it properly?
Yeah, because I met so many people struggle to find glasses that actually fit them or reflect their style. So again, it's the one size fits all doesn't work, and we now, civilizations and technology, so people always compromise. So either take the size, but they don't like the frames or the glasses, or the vice versa. They love it because it's very stylish, but again, that ends up with, red marks or headache or the ear here as well. And you can find many people that they have very red marks here. And closely, I met so many people that struggle to find something like this, and they're always at which one they were gonna choose. Is it the size or the style? So that's what I created M.E.D.I.A to make them in one pair. Why? There is no something that it's your truly size and truly your personal style. Everyone is different. Eyewear should be like that, to be different and unique to everyone personal taste and personal size and personal features as well, face features. So that's why I said, let's do something meaningful and create M.E.D.I.A, which step by step I learned many, because as well there is limited designs in Australia that you can't find different sizes. So I met many people that they have, for example, a bit wider face and they couldn't find their size at all, and they kept looking, and sometimes they get it overseas. The same thing, people have smaller face and smaller nose bridge, so they kept looking a lot until they found something fit them. But this technology, what I offer, that we have different sizes and to fit every, face features, because that's the size that you feel comfortable with. And then personal style, yes, you do. Everyone has different, face tones as well, like specific color, like specific style. So why not we combine everything in one pair if we have the technology and the tool to use this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I mean, obviously, there are people that actually have to wear glasses 24/7, you know what I mean? And if they are uncomfortable, it obviously ruins their their quality of their life,
Always,
because they
yes,
probably have
100%.
to show up in places, and if they don't want to have their glasses irritating them or show, presenting them in a different light, then they might exclude themselves from social settings. And then there's also kids that might have, eye correction that needs to happen, and you can see that the glasses are really tied onto them so that they don't pull them off. And I don't think that's comfortable, but obviously the kid has to see. But what got you to take this leap into eyewear?
Yes, that's the different sizes for different people. If you say about the kids or teens, I met so many teens and kids, they don't like their glasses and they do not wear it. And the parents complain about that they are not seeing perfectly, but they couldn't find something they like. So they're losing much, in the education as well. So, but I will tell you something. I mean, one kid last week, he came and he loved the prints that there, and he tried it on. He kept saying, "This is the best eyeglasses store I have ever met," and he was so happy, with the customization option, and because it's as well comfortable and durable. So the parents won't worry about if it's gonna break after one year or something. No, we give warranty 2 years, but it's not gonna break because it's different material and very durable. And the funny thing that I asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, I want to market this place. He wants to be marketing our place for other people. So that's to the extent he loved how it is. So I found it as well for the kids and the teens very beneficial for them in terms, of the colorful and the print they cannot find it anywhere, and as well durable, that the parents they won't worry because they always complain about the glasses felt, the glasses break, and they have to get many pair during the year because it break easily. But with this kind of material, it's very durable and comfortable and colorful for them. So it initially as well helped them to wear it confidently and improving their studies. Of course, if he sees good, he can focus more and can learn more, which will affect their future as well.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you've created an industry, or a line of work that would have never existed had you not opened this shop. I mean, case in point, this little kid is already seeing themselves as a marketer for the invention that you came up with. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of things that people like Elon Musk's are sort of attributed to, but you have created a line of work there. And when you were starting your conversation today, you mentioned that there was no roadmap that you had to follow. You literally had to pave the way for yourself. What did those early days actually look like behind the scenes? Because I did see that it was like 12 to 15 days, and while you're also balancing life and kids and things of that nature. Maybe you can just tell us about those days as well.
It was horrible and felt enormous. Yeah, I have to work those long hours because it's something new. So you have to learn things and, all the machines. So I have to search all the machine all over the world and how they do it, the 3D printing glasses, the smoothing. I kept, talking and connecting with all companies overseas and try many things. So obviously, the 3D post-processing, they were just creating it or developing the machine itself just this year when we bought it. So everything is very latest technology. It's very new, and you have to test it every step. So those, kind of searches took me a lot of hours, as well the time difference between the countries. I have to make sure it is the right time for them to contact them, and as well as a mother of three boys, and I put my family first, family and the kids, because I want to make sure they are okay. That's lots of stress, honestly. And as well, I want to mention, because I studied from 2 years the optical dispensing. So that's another, you put with those developing and researching, I have to study as well. So I just very busy, very stressed, but you have a goal and you have to push you because you are in the middle of things. So when we got the machine, it's a lot of investment as well. And my husband support me financially with the machine, but he has to work to support the family and I have to continue. So I work with something very huge and I'm by myself, so is it researching and connecting and trying and learning the new technology, a new program, or learning the new course, or looking after the family and the kid. Yes, so there were some times that was very, very stressful. Now it's getting better because once you know what is going on, or once you already produced it, because while the journey was there and you are trying and making experiment and test which one will work. So I have to change the design of the glasses many times, the screws, the nuts, and everything, and I have to test it and put the lenses and see how it works. So that takes so much time, and we're not sure what's gonna work or not. But once you know what work, it's a bit easier. So you have the product ready, just the marketing. Yeah, of course, the marketing is another challenge. Maybe we'll talk later. But yeah, those at the first phase was horrible, enormous. But now, yeah, it gets a bit better. Yeah, just trying to make some balance here.
Congratulations. I mean, obviously, to whom much is given, much is required. Of course, if you didn't go through any of those things, then you probably wouldn't have had the success that you are having. And also, you wouldn't have had a good story to tell on the online prosperity show. Now, obviously, what I'm hearing here is this isn't just about glasses anymore. It's about somebody who's studied the science, mastered the technology, and actually cares how people feel when they wear them. So for anyone who's watching right now and who's never really had glasses that truly fit, I think this is the time that you should take a trip and experience M.E.D.I.A. Okay. So the name M.E.D.I.A, where did that come from?
Okay, so it's when it comes from Venice, which is beautiful. So
Mhm.
beautiful eyes. Yeah. So that's one thing. And again, my nickname is Vina, so it's sometimes like Venice. So it comes from both things, but has to be more thing beautiful eyes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you see, you also did mention, even if it was just in passing, that you went on and you studied optical dispensing while you were still running the business and juggling kids and trying to figure it all out. What do you think that says about the level of care you actually bring to this product?
100%. It's very connected, to get the people and support the people as a full product. So they do not have to go another place, just a frame and then fit the prescription in another place. No, just in one place. So I help them find the frame for themselves and then fit any kind of prescription lenses they wanted. And then as well, they can claim their health rebate because I'm accredited optical dispenser. And this is something very important as well for people if they have health insurance. It's easier for them to use it with the prescription lenses. So the only thing that they bring the prescription from any optometrist, and then we fit the prescription lenses and supply the frames. So I take the time to understand their needs and listen what they want, and we try many different frames and depends on the face shapes and their style as well. So, and to style them perfectly and then fit the prescription, take the measurement for fitting the prescription. It's actually very support for them. I don't want people, try different places, but everything in one place. Yeah, that's much easier for them.
Absolutely. Now, here's something interesting here, Josephine, about what I'm noticing. I mean, you started by building tools to help people communicate, which was your deaf project, right? And now you're helping people express themselves through eyewear. Do you see that connection?
Yeah. It is meaningful things, actually, I think. Yeah, yeah. That's
Mm.
really support people's life. Honestly, if I can help, I will help with much I can. So I really take those time understanding the people and connecting with the people, what they want, what their needs, and it's very, friendly and supporting when they visited the nice store. So we keep those kind of conversation that build trust and really helping them to find the best they wanted.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my passion of helping people. Yeah.
Absolutely. You see, when somebody wears something that was designed for them, it's a 1 out of 1, and it really gives that person a level of satisfaction and status that nothing else can give them. I mean, even shoe companies like Crocs are trying that, where you have those little pendants that you put on your Crocs so that you personalize it, but it's still the same thing. You're just trying to make it a little bit different. Now, but you're literally giving people back to themselves by offering them something so unique, show them that only they can have in the whole world.
That's right. Yeah, which what I believe. Everyone is unique. Glasses should be. Everyone has different face features, have different face tones, have
Mm.
different styles. So that's why how we wanted to make it all in one pair to reflect their personality and their identity and feel confident while keeping very comfortable wearing because it perfectly fit them and it's one of one kind to this person. Yeah, that's where people find it very different and very unique. So sometimes they wanted like a statement that, during the work or something, that they want something to really stand out and feel confident because that's, part of your personality and part of your face. So that's very important to have this feeling. Um, yeah, feel confident.
Absolutely. No, I mean, obviously, I just wanted to throw this in. Some people might just be like, I could just go to Specsavers, buy $2 glasses. Why should I, go in, worry myself and things like that? And some people have this misconception that eyewear is just functional. You know what I mean? What is something that people completely misunderstand about your industry that would actually surprise them in the way that you've brought this product to life?
Obviously, eyewear is more than correct vision. So it's again part of you. If you want to feel confident or more confident and about your imaging style, that's very important. Sometimes you can have like two pair of glasses from wherever place, but you're not wearing much. You're not feeling connected with them. It's not something that you really like. It's just you got it because it is on sale or something. But at certain age or at certain point, you will find, oh, I think if I get something really myself or really it's me, one frame, it's much better than getting many frames that is you're not wearing it, which I found that many people find it like this way. And the customers come to me, look, I got them, but I never wear them. They're not comfortable. I don't wear it anymore. Okay. Or sometimes I have one of the clients, she said, I got a very expensive one and it's very huge, but it's so heavy. I couldn't wear it, even though it was a very brand name, but I couldn't wear it. I want to mention that as well, luxury is not, if the glasses is heavy, it's not luxury. Part of the comfort, it has to be luxury. How you make people's life better and you're getting them something heavy.
Mm.
So it's that's how the mindset should work or will work in at a certain point, that get something right, perfectly fit you, and perfectly you love it, love wearing it all day, not causing you any pain, and you feel yourself in it. It's much better than you get many glasses and you're not wearing them or you not like them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's different mindset, which lots of people thought about it. Maybe sometimes, the teens or they will like the stylish things without getting, to know if that will hurt them or not. But then a little later, they will discover this, oh my goodness, this is much better. I will wear this one at work or, at different occasions. Because even though if we have like occasion event, I have fashionable sunglasses. And those, even though they are so big, but they're very light and comfortable.
Mhm.
That's a technology. It's different material. So we use the different material to make it comfortable for them. And we can play around the designs and the styles that match them.
Absolutely. And obviously, if people are interested and intrigued and want to know more, where can they go to on the internet to find your business there?
You can go to Instagram. So I am more active in Instagram posts. So that's where they can go through or visit our store, take an appointment and visit our store in Rouse Hill. I usually put the caption to book an appointment, for styling or prescription fitting. As well, there's the website as well. There are lots of information about it. M.E.D.I.A, the brand, and some of the styles that we produce.
Absolutely. I'll make sure that all those links are in the show notes so that people can actually jump on and see if they can experience the M.E.D.I experience. Now, obviously, Josephine, what I'm noticing here is your strength isn't just in innovation. I mean, obviously, yes, you do bring the brains of the technology side of things and the way that you did, but it's persistence where no one else literally believed in the idea, because you're coming into a space where big money has been thrown into it and people have just been bombarded with either, like you said, just buy whatever is on the shelf, whatever is known, or just buy whatever is cheaper because you continuously have to buy them over and over again. But obviously that's not the case if you visit Van Nuys.
Yeah, that's right. So we already have a collections of different sizes, different colors, different prints. We print like small patches so that people can have an idea and try on those glasses. And then sometimes they like it as it is and it will fit them perfectly, so that's okay. Or sometimes they like it, but they like this size is perfect for them, but they want different colors or mix and match. They want the frame different colors and different prints, or the temple different thing. So that's where we customize for them. And sometimes they engrave their name. They wanted to put their names on the temple from inside. So we can do this. And so, yeah, it's fun experience as well.
Absolutely. So you just didn't create a product here. You actually created an experience that people didn't even know they needed, right? Because if you can have your name on there, it takes away having somebody else's business name plastered on there bigger than the lenses, just just so you can feel like you've
More
got
personal.
whatever you were talking about, luxury glasses that you've got going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this is one of the new collection as well, which I can show it to you now. So that's the aviator one, sunglasses. That's a very new one that I'm gonna talk more about it. And those glasses where we will ask people if you would like to engrave their names here in the temple. Yeah, so this is a very
Mm.
stylish, and of course it's very light. So that's a brand, and then they can engrave their names here. So it can be very personal for them, or they can gift it to someone with their names in it. So it's a very special personal gift. They will love it. Yeah,
Oh,
because it has,
absolutely.
yeah, this one or the other color. So because
I
this
like
is
those ones.
very, very,
They'll match the top I've got on today, right? So I'll literally be stylish in those. And you know what I like about those glasses? Just looking at them from afar. People like myself always have it weird, especially when I go into an eye shop, because if you notice the bridge of my nose, it's not designed for the sharp bridges that are created so much that when I wear sunnies, they will be sitting out here, and it just doesn't give a good flow. And that's obviously something that you can correct with the 3D printing that you've got going on there, right?
yes, of course, yeah. So we have like a collection for lower nose bridge. That's yeah with different sizes. So you can try which size it's perfect for you, and then if you're happy with this color, okay. If you don't, you want to customize it to different colors, yes, you can do. That's one of the clients that she came. She had a bit wider face and lower nose bridge, and she actually struggled to find the glasses for her. So she wear glasses from like 7 to 8 years because she couldn't find another one. But she came here and she found, the perfect size for her and for her nose bridge. And then she wanted another temple color that we match it to her, and then another color for the frame, and we printed for her. So it's complete thing for everyone, unique needs. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're literally giving people back to themselves, because if they can feel well and do well, imagine showing up to an interview or showing up to something that will elevate your life, or maybe giving a speech without having to worry about how you look and how people are perceiving you. That will actually elevate people. Now,
Yeah.
Josephine, I can't thank you enough for the
Yeah.
time.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
Yeah,
can't thank
yeah.
you enough for the time that we've had on the call. But obviously, you've had a bit of a journey. You've come from a space where, like you said, nobody showed you the ropes. You were, trying to find it all by yourself. You had your husband to help and things of that nature. If you could maybe sit down with that younger version of yourself that didn't know what was going to happen, and the lifestyles you were going to be creating, and the person and the results that you now have, and you were just starting out, what would you tell her about where you are now in this journey?
Encouraging and trust the journey, keep persistence and keep learning. Learn and listen to people feedback, because this is very important, even if it is negative, because that's how you will learn. And different people had different views. So we have to look at from different views, because the customer views is different than the owner views, is different with the working view. So at the end, those all will um, develop your idea stronger and help you to grow. And taking in account to all those views, it's very important. And use the tools you have. So the community has some tools of networking people, programs to learn programs, and keep persisting even though there will be challenges. This is part of the journey. And trust God and keep going until you fulfill your goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you've shown us where you've been and what it is that you're doing. What's next? What can we be excited about, what you're creating, or what's cooking in the lab at the moment that we can be on the lookout for, now that you've brought us into your world there, Josephine?
Yeah. It's always there will be a new collection. So I have a new collection coming soon with different colors and different designs. And the one I show it to you with the aviator one. So this is the very new things for people that's doing like early access, starting in 2 weeks or something, that we can follow up. And that we will ask people if you would like to engrave your name here. That's a part of the campaign, that it's you can write your name on the temple. So not only feeling comfortable all day, but it's a very stylish design, very comfortably fit. Because obviously not all the aviators are the same. So you will find lots of aviators, but this is a very different, unique one, elegant style, and very personal when you put your name on it. So that's something new as well. You won't find it anywhere. So those three ones, that's one of the campaign that they can choose one from, and we'll ask them if they want to put their name in the temple. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Josephine, thank you so much for taking the time and showing us your invention, because your life story and your experience have got so much value, not only for your intended customers, but for all those other people that are also trying to get a project out on the ground and haven't had any support or don't even know where to start. So thank you so much for paving the way and for creating that which you have created through M.E.D.I.A.
Thank you. Thank you, Prosper, so much for having me and listening to my journey.
Absolutely. Well, what an incredible journey. I mean, from engineering to design to now building something that literally helps people see the world and themselves in a whole different light. And as you have been listening and watching, Josephine didn't just create eyewear. She actually created a way for people to feel confident, comfortable, and completely themselves. And maybe that was the real takeaway there. But I actually think that if you start looking at how we use things every single day, the things that we use every single day should never be just something we just tolerate. They should be things that actually represent us. I mean, we're paying for them. When we're using them, we shouldn't be having nothing but satisfaction from there. And this is exactly what Josephine went on and did, especially with eyewear. So if this episode made you think a little bit differently about something in your life that you've just been putting up with, I encourage you to maybe share this with someone that needs that reminder. And if you're ready to experience what it feels like to have something specially tailor-made for yourself, go check out Josephine and the work that she does at M.E.D.I.A. I'll be putting those links in the show notes there. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the Online Prosperity Show, because in the next episode, we're going to be diving into ideas that will actually help you create a happier, more aligned life. The kind where success doesn't just come at the cost of your own peace. So make sure you're subscribed. And I can't wait to see what you will be doing with this information. Josephine, thank you so much once again for being a wonderful guest on the show. And for those that are watching right now, thank you for participating. Until next time, bye for now.